What's up, Leafs Nation? Welcome back to another game preview. I'm Zack Phillips, and today we're going to be taking a look at game number 31 in the Toronto Maple Leafs regular season as they play the second night of a back-to-back, second afternoon, evening, whatever you want to call it, 5 p.m. start against the Buffalo Sabres in Buffalo here tonight. Before we get into any of it, the lines, our best bet, what we're looking for out of this team. You guys know it. This is a presentation of Bet365. Bet365 is a proud partner of Leafs Nation pregame and the Leafs Nation After Dark. Open an account with Bet365 today and bet on a huge range of markets. Use code NATION, N-A-T-I-O-N. That's code NATION, all caps. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. All right, let's get into today's lineups here today. Let's not go around this. If you watched the show yesterday, the Leafs Nation After Dark, following the game against the Red Wings, we all know what we're looking for from this team here tonight. That was a loss where it's not like, oh, wow, you played pathetic. That was a loss that comes off the heels of an already 5 or 6 game bad stretch of hockey for this group where you thought, hey, you know what? You get an opportunity here. Maybe you turn things around. You got lucky with a couple of wins over that stretch of bad hockey. Maybe it's time now to turn this thing and right the ship and start playing the right way. And last night was the Leafs of old. Run and gun, chasing the game, deciding, hey, you know what? We're going to throw our structure. We're going to throw the defensive style, the defensive mindedness out the window. And Detroit wants to play this game. We'll play it with them. That's not what you're going to have to do to win Stanley Cups, and that's not what Craig Berube is going to want you to do to have success. Found that out the hard way last night with a loss against the Red Wings. Hopefully this Leafs team does not take Buffalo lightly here on the second night of a back-to-back. And with a tough goalie situation going on here with the team, with Anthony Stolarz being placed on injured reserve here today. Taking a look at what we've got for the lines here tonight, we're going to keep it simple with these guys. First line, Nyes, Matthews, Marner. I think that this first line is what it should be. I don't have any notes. I don't want them to change anything at all. Like, pretty happy with what we've got there from that group. Second line, I think they were the best line for the Leafs last night. I know if you look at expected goals and that kind of stuff, Matthews, Marner, Nyes finished higher than them, and I think a lot of that's probably just because of their defensive prevention. Matthews with a couple of good chances there boost the line as a whole, but ultimately I do think that second line really stood out, and I think that they've been the line to watch for that jumps off the paper every single night, where I say, holy shit, watch that group, watch what they're doing, watch how they produce, watch how dangerous they are in Max Pacioretty's physicality, JT's abilities to win battles down below the net, and William Nylander, in particular, his ability to just basically waltz around the ice doing whatever he wants with the puck when he's got it. I feel like this is a game here tonight that this second line could dominate. Third line, Bobby McMann, Fraser Minton, Max Domi. There was a lot of negative comments about the third line last night following the game. I thought Bobby McMann played pretty well. I thought he was shot out of a cannon coming back from injury there. I think there was a lot of excitement and energy in his game, and that's all positives. The negatives, Max Domi, still not playing that great here. Doesn't seem like he's found his game really since that opening stretch of the season where he racked up a bunch of points. Since then, it's been pretty quiet, and people in Toronto have started to sour on Domi. Fraser Minton, obviously a young kid here, gaining some experience. I think he's looked fine, but that line needs to start to look a little bit more dangerous and not just fine. We can't have just another line that goes out on the ice. Give us something. I need a little bit from that group here tonight. Fourth line, Pontus Holmberg, Steven Lorentz, Connor Dewar. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of the fourth line in general, just because of Pontus Holmberg being there. I feel like he's just another version of Connor Dewar that just does less. I like Steven Lorentz. I like Connor Dewar, but just the composition of this with Pontus Holmberg, I don't know what he does. I don't know what his defined role is. He doesn't score goals. He's not incredible defensively. He's not incredible physicality-wise. He's just a guy on the ice. And for a line that could use some type of identity a little bit more to be able to produce and bring something to the game, even if it's not on the scoreboard, I don't know what they do with Pontus Holmberg on that left wing. So that's why right now I'm not the biggest fan. I didn't like him on the second. I didn't like him on the third. I thought, hey, maybe on the fourth he'll find his niche, his role. Doesn't seem like he's got there yet. So fourth line, it is what it is. Those are your forward lines for tonight's game against the Sabres, so this evening's game against the Sabres. And a reminder, the game is at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's take a look at the defense. First unit that we have for the defense here tonight, we're going to go with McCabe and Tanev. Love those guys together. Very defensive-minded. Shutdown pair. I think that they've looked amazing. Second pair, Morgan Riley, Oliver Ekman-Larsson. They looked good before the McCabe injury when everything started to get shaken up, and then Philippe Myers had to come in, and Ekman-Larsson went with Tanev, and yada, yada, yada. I think that they played well before. The guy in that pairing who really we need a lot more of is Morgan Riley, who's making $7.5 million. He's kind of just being vanilla. He's being vanilla is the best way to put it. Jimmy VC vanilla so far over the last 10, 15 games here, I guess. He had a little stretch where it looked like he was clicking offensively, and since that point, it shut down. Last night, we bet on him an assist, a power play point. He was getting back to the power play, thought maybe we'd get some more production. He goes with OEL, get a little bit more comfortable. It just doesn't come. We need more from a guy like that who's making $7.5 million. Riley, you don't have to be the number one guy anymore. You don't have to carry the whole load of this defensive group. Just find ways to get involved. And he didn't last night, so maybe he does tonight. As for our third pair of what we've got here, Benoit and Timmins. I think these guys are fine. People weren't overly happy with them over the last little while, but I don't know. They're steady. It is what it is. Those are our defensive pairs for tonight. As per our power play units, this is what we've got. First unit is going to stay with what we had last night. We're going to keep William Nylander, John Tavares, Mitch Marner, Morgan Riley, and Austin Matthews together. The 5-man power play, 5-forward power play, out the window. They've abandoned that, put Morgan Riley back there. Again, I need more out of Morgan Riley. The second unit here tonight, Matthew Nyes, Max Domi, Max Pacioretty, Ekman-Larsson, and Connor Timmins. We saw the other day, or last night I guess it was actually, against Detroit. Nylander filling in for that spot for Connor Timmins. On the second unit, Nylander continuing to play 2 minutes a night on this power play. I think that's probably the right call. So no issue there for me in terms of the power play other than start to score. This is a pathetic power play, which is loaded up with really expensive offensive tools that are supposed to be the best offensive players in the league. And quite frankly, they don't do anything. They are not exciting to watch. They give up all opportunities shorthanded. They don't generate too much here right now. They scored a goal last night on the power play against Detroit, but that was basically a single-handed effort from Mitch Marner. That wasn't necessarily the power play doing special things. So degree of restoration when it comes into watching this power play and how they're going about their business on a nightly basis. You need to be better. You've got all those guys. You need to be better. And I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of having to watch the power play go out there, go online every time and just seeing, oh, another wasted power play, another wasted 2 minutes, give momentum back to Buffalo here. Why? You have so many talented players and so much money loaded up on that first unit. Start to figure it out. Be a dangerous unit. It is an infuriating thing to watch night in and night out. Let's get to our best bet for tonight here. Our best bet is brought to you by Bet365, proud partner of the Leafs Nation pregame and the Leafs Nation After Dark. Open an account, Bet365 today. Bet on a huge range of markets. Use code NATION, all caps, NATION. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. All right. Tonight's best bet, what we've got, we bet on him a few times over the last little while, and quite frankly, if you guys know me and you know how this goes, you know that he's a guy that I am quick to be a little bit difficult on, but I think he's played pretty well over the last little while, and even in these stretches where I'm like, hey, the team's not playing great and I'm getting frustrated with the play, I do think he's been pretty good in all of this. And that'll be Mitch Marner. So for tonight's game, we're going to go over to Sabres Leafs on Bet365, go to the player props, go to the goal scorers market, and we're going Mitch Marner anytime goal plus 210. $50 on Mitch Marner anytime goal plus 210 profits us 105 here tonight. I like this one numbers-wise. I like this one based on how he's been playing. I like this one based on the fact that I don't think Buffalo's any good, and the Leafs, if they're going to wake the hell up at any given moment here, it should be in a game against the Sabres. Realistically, given their history and the fact that this does feel like Leafs of old, yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to be an idiot, and the Leafs are going to get dummied here by the Sabres because that's how it goes. And over the last 6 games, they've played like the Leafs of old. They're not playing like the Craig Berube Leafs that we've seen. And truthfully, I don't know what to believe anymore and who they are. It's like Jekyll and Hyde all over again. But the one constant has been Mitch has been playing pretty well. So I'm going to bank on that here tonight because I don't know what the hell I'm going to get out of the rest of the group. I feel like no matter what, I'm getting a good effort out of Mitch and some offensive production out of the kid. So Mitch Marner, anytime goal, plus 210, $50, a half unit on this one, profits us 105 tonight. Hopefully, Mitch can come through with us because I don't trust the rest of the group for right now, but I'm trusting Mitch and his ability to produce offensively. So Mitch Marner, anytime goal. That is our best bet for tonight. If you did enjoy the game preview, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe here to the channel, Leafs Nation 401. As well, drop your comments below. Are the Leafs winning? What's your prediction? What's the final score? What's your best bet? Do you like my best bet? All that and more. I will be live following tonight's game against the Buffalo Sabres. 7:45 start time of the show here tonight. Approximate. 5 o'clock game, about 7:45 start time for the show. So we will see you guys then. Until then, keep believing. For more content just like this, including game previews, post-game live shows, Leafs Morning Take Monday through Friday with Nick Alberga and Jay Rosehill with special guests, as well as instant reaction videos, make sure to be subscribed here to the Leafs Nation YouTube channel. Turn on notifications so you don't miss anything, and drop a like.